My beloved child, pause. This is not an accident. I drew you here because what I say in the final moments of this message will decide what you carry tomorrow. You've tried to fix the ache with noise and hurry. It only tightened the chains. Stay with me. Before this video ends, I will name the burden you must lay down, reveal the next small step you've been asking for, and trade your fear for my peace. Miss this, and the same cycle returns. I am closer than your breath, seeing what no one else sees, ready to restore time you think is lost. Do not scroll. Linger. Listen. Now is your turning. Before you, the road may have felt abrupt or tangled, doubts rising, questions pressing hard against your soul. Still, you are not lost to me. I see you in every hidden struggle. I know the sighs you cannot form into words. I have watched you try to steady your heart amid uncertainties and shifting hopes. Do not imagine that I overlook the details that weigh so heavily on you. I am planting a revelation of my character, my intentions, and my unending commitment to your good. You have searched in many places, longing for answers, and now you are here because I have drawn you gently, offering what no other voice and no other message can give. Your life, each ache, each fragile dream matters to me. Sometimes you wonder if your story counts, if I am attentive to the smallest details. Know this, nothing escapes my loving regard. As sunlight brushes every leaf in a wide forest, so I notice every moment of your day and every emotion that blooms in your soul. The stakes are real. Misplaced hope exhausts. Misplaced trust wounds. If you listen well, you will find rest for your heart, a peace able to hold steady in chaos and guidance that lends true purpose. This is not a distant announcement. It is my presence breathing through each syllable, arriving not simply to inform you, but to transform you. I want you to discover how precise I am in love's intention toward you. Others have spoken about me from a distance, with words that can be cool or abstract. But I draw near, as close as breath, longing for relationship rather than ritual. Stay with me. Keep your heart soft and your spirit awake. Allow me to speak beneath the surface to places you rarely let others touch. There is freedom for your questions, grace for your failings, and strength enough for every frailty. This, my beloved, is a sanctuary not built of stone or tradition, but formed by my personal presence with you. Here and now, as you settle your heart, know that I always intended intimacy with you. Not mere obedience to commands, but a relationship pulsing with life and mutual knowing. I am not far removed, tallying faults or measuring progress with cold distance. I draw near with compassion, seeing all that you carry, both the visible and the hidden. Hear me. There has never been a day I turned away from you. Not once have I regarded your weakness with disgust or treated your stumbles as disqualifying. I am moved by your need. My delight is not in perfection, but in your willingness to let me carry you. When you offered your small efforts, your hesitations, your tentative glances toward hope, I welcomed each as an act of faith. You wonder about your future, feeling tension between what has been and what could be. At times you are tempted to think your story has settled, that change lies out of reach. Yet I specialize in beginnings made new. Where the world offers shortcuts or empty reassurances, I bring renewal that transforms, rooted not in your flawless performance, but in my relentless mercy. Lay down your musts and shoulds for a moment and receive this assurance. I am the artist who crafts beauty from every scar in every season. My hand has held you even when you could not feel it, shaping hope from ashes and forging growth through pain. Your weaknesses do not surprise me. Before your first anxious thought, I knew every layer of your humanity. Where shame urges you to hide, I invite you into honest rest with me, to bring every worry and regret to a place where my compassion never runs dry. I am not waiting to be impressed or persuaded. My invitation has always been the same. Come as you are, unmasked, unhurried. I will not reject you, now or ever. The world's approval is fickle, but my acceptance remains steadfast. Let the noise quiet. Let my stillness steady you. Even in seasons when the cold wind of disappointment stunned your heart, I was not far. Your prayers, fragile, urgent, brittle, have always reached me. Delay has never been evidence of neglect. Apparent silence has never meant indifference. I am patient with your timeline and tender with your questions. My ways are higher, weaving threads you cannot yet perceive. You worry that you might miss my path, but know this: I am skilled at restoring lost time and leading you forward. When you wander, I seek you. When you falter, I hold you up. Your mistakes do not cancel my plans. I use every misstep as material to reveal the depth of my redeeming love. Walk with me a little farther. Let the weight slide from your shoulders, for I am enough where you feel lack. Others may measure your worth by achievements or compare you to fleeting standards, but I see you through the lens of Christ, beloved, worthy of belonging, redeemed by sacrificial love. Let me trade your burdens for my peace. Let the drive to prove or earn fade in the light of unearned favor. You are my child, not because you climbed up to me, but because I chose to stoop in tenderness and lift you into my embrace. I am not impatient with your process. Growth often begins as hidden work, germinating in the dark before it shows as visible change. Trust that what I cultivate in you is good, even when progress feels slow. Little by little, I tend the soil of your heart, watering dreams, strengthening roots beneath what others can see. My methods are gentle. I will not break a bruised reed or snuff out a faint flame. With me, you are safe to be unfinished, to bring honest questions, wrestle with confusion, and learn as I teach you. You sometimes imagine your faith must be unshakable to secure my nearness. Release that pressure. The smallest ember of trust delights me. Where you struggle to believe, I extend grace. Where doubts gather, I become your steady anchor. I am not asking for perfect performance, only a willingness to stay in conversation with me. In uncertainty, let me carry some of the questions. Even when you cannot form your needs into words, my spirit interprets every sigh and translates your heart's cry into petitions I receive with gentleness. My love is never transactional. I do not barter affection for obedience. I pour out kindness even ahead of repentance. When correction is needed, it is never punishment for punishment's sake, but the loving discipline of a parent devoted to a child's full flourishing. My priorities are not harsh expectations, but your transformation and freedom. Entrust your journey to my timing. Release your urge to control or rush the fruit. I redeem even delays for your good. I am always at work for your benefit, orchestrating breakthroughs in ways you rarely expect. Lean on my constancy. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Not capricious, not easily provoked. My promises do not bow to the moods of humankind. Though the world turns quickly, trends shifting, loyalties fading, my word stands unbroken. Build your hope on that foundation. When storms rise and familiar landmarks disappear, you can rest secure in this reality. I will neither leave you nor forsake you. The peace I offer does not depend on ideal circumstances. It rests on my unwavering presence within you. I see where fear has tried to settle in your chest, tightening the circle of hope you allow. My perfect love drives out fear. You do not need to live under the shadow of anxiety about what may come, nor under the weight of regret for what has passed. Receive what is needed for this day, grace for the moment, not for every imagined scenario. My provision is precise, tailored to each new challenge. Where you have felt lack, know that I am more interested in filling you than exposing you. Let me be your courage when yours is gone, your assurance when doubt draws near. You may notice others carry burdens lightly or move forward more quickly. but comparison drains strength and distorts vision. I made you uniquely, your rhythms, your gifts, your struggles, and I delight when you live as your true self. Do not despise your process. Every step with me, however uncertain, marks genuine growth. Celebrate small victories. Honor the lessons of every setback. You are not behind, you are moving at the pace of grace. My compassion does not expire when you feel slow or unsteady in what is unseen. I am doing a deep work that will bear fruit in its right season. Let me remind you, you belong. No accusation can undo what I have spoken over your life. When you feel alone or misunderstood, let my voice steady you. I gather the lonely into families, revive the weary, and uphold the faint-hearted. You are never just another face in the crowd to me. I know your name, your history, your needs. My vision for you stretches wider and rises higher than your finest imaginings. Return to this place of belonging when the world grows cold, and let my presence thaw every trace of isolation. Relationship with me was never meant to be complicated. Religion piles on requirements. I extend an open invitation. Come, receive, trust. There is rest for your soul, healing for old wounds, and wisdom at every crossroads. Ask me for guidance, and I will not withhold it. My spirit delights to whisper direction, to stir courage, to nudge you gently toward life that thrives. Clarity grows as you abide in me, staying close rather than trying to solve everything on your own. I am better than any formula or strategy. I am the source of life and light for the road ahead. Keep your heart open. Where you notice resistance, bring it into the light. I can handle every doubt and every hesitation. The invitation remains. Draw near in confusion, stay tender in uncertainty, and allow me to do the transforming work within. There is no need to impress me. Simply be present, aware, and willing for the journey. My love outlasts shame. My purpose runs deeper than your failures. My joy in you is steadier than you can yet comprehend. More than flawless execution or an unbroken record, trust is what pleases me, the quiet resolve to return to me again and again. Each time you choose me, in hope, in repentance, in longing, your heart's turning brings me joy. I cherish the moments you pivot from anxiety to surrender, from striving to rest. In those quiet yeses, however fragile, you honor me, and I answer not with a wagging finger, but with open arms and renewed mercies. Time with me is never wasted. In my presence you are renewed, revived, and made resilient. Let worship rise, not as a duty but as gratitude, the spontaneous overflow of discovering how fully held you are. When your vision blurs, do not despair. I am already seeking you, leading you gently back. My commitment does not waver. My patience runs deeper than all your questions. Your journey is precious to me, and I rejoice in every moment you choose to walk beside me, learning, trusting, receiving all that I delight to give. I know how deeply you long for purpose amid the swirl of your days. Every heart wrestles with questions of meaning, pain, joy, and the unseen foundations beneath each experience. I fashioned you to seek and to find, to hunger for what is eternal, while moving through the fleeting hours of your life. There are mysteries within you that you have not dared to name, yet I see them all. Your late-night thoughts, your questions woven through laughter and tears, are precious to me. Before a word reaches your tongue, I know it completely. Still, I delight in your honest voice, whether longing or frustration, because it is your heart searching for mine. Listen now, there is much I want to unveil. So often you measure your worth by what you achieve or avoid, tallying successes and failures as if they define you. But in my sight, your value was set before your first breath. I shaped you with care, knowing each day you would live on this earth. And I chose to love not the image you present to others, but the real you, your hopes and fears, your bright courage and secret struggles. Do not let your heart grow restless, comparing your journey to another's. The path you walk is marked for you alone, and I match you step for step, waiting for your hand. There are times when fog settles thick upon your mind and hope seems far, an echo instead of a living promise. In those hours, remember, I have not abandoned you. It is not your strength that upholds my love. It is my love that lifts you when you are weak. The world may preach that belonging must be earned and only the worthy are heard. My voice differs. I call you beloved even when you falter. I do not despise your weakness. I stoop to lift you again. I have watched your silent battles, your attempts to stand when heaviness presses down. Know this, whenever you turn your thoughts toward me, you invite heaven's light into the shadowed places. Peace is not the absence of turmoil. True peace flows from my presence within you, a quiet current. Even when the outer storm roars and the circumstances around you strain, the anchor I give will not easily be moved. I see the weights you carry, the duties, the regrets, the anxieties you hide. I invite you now to lay those burdens down, not by denying reality, but by letting me take their full weight. My strength is perfected in your need. There is no performance required. Honesty opens the door to healing. Tell me when you are tired, when you doubt, when you wish things were different. There is room in my heart for your honesty. I do not turn away from your weakness. I draw close like a shepherd retrieving a weary lamb. Even in ordinary days, remember, nothing is truly ordinary when lived in relationship with me. Every breath is an invitation. Every moment is a chance to discover more of my faithfulness. I know the fears you hesitate to speak, the worry that nothing will ever change, the ache for restoration where so much was lost. I have not missed a single sigh. My plans reach further than you imagine. I see the tapestry, my child, woven in colors you cannot yet perceive. When you look back at the twists of your story, you will find my fingerprints in places you once thought abandoned. Sometimes you fear you have strayed too far or missed the turn you can never find again. Be assured, no distance lies beyond the reach of my grace. I am skilled at restoration. What you call ruined, I can redeem. Bring your broken places to me, and you make room for miracle and mercy. I delight in making all things new, not by erasing the past, but by transforming it. Your wounds can become wells of compassion, your losses seeds that bear fruit in others' lives. What looks like an ending may be the quiet, fertile ground of something marvelously new. Pause now and breathe deeply. Let my words soak in like gentle rain on thirsty earth. You have longed for assurance, for confirmation that you matter, not merely to the world, but to the Maker of all things. Hear me. I have chosen you as you are, and I am not disappointed. I rejoice over you with quiet singing, a melody deeper than success or failure. My arms are always open. When you come to me, even trembling and unsure, you are met with kindness. Your ache for home, your thirst for connection, mirrors my longing for you. I pursued your heart before you ever whispered my name. My desire is not that you complete a checklist or fashion yourself into an image of perfection, but that you know me and let me know you, deeply, honestly. In my presence, masks fall. You are free to rest, to confess, to dream again. I will not reject you or measure your journey against another's. My love stays steady, not tied to your mood or performance. It delights me when you risk trust, even in tiny steps. Faith is not the absence of doubt, but the choice to reach for me despite the questions. I honor the smallest spark you dare to offer. When you struggle to believe, speak your hesitation. I will not turn away. Even when your words feel hollow and your prayers seem to vanish into silence, I remain here. I am working in places you cannot see, weaving good from strands you do not yet understand. Trust that nothing offered to me is ever lost. Your tears, your hopes, your confessions, and your laughter are gathered by hands more patient and tender than you can imagine. With every sunrise, I extend new mercies. Release yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's worries. Today, in this very moment, I am enough for you. My presence is not reserved for a select few or kept at a distance. I am near. As you read these lines, pause and sense my nearness, closer than your next breath. There is room in my embrace for you now, just as you are. In those in-between spaces, when you stand between what you know and what you hope for, my steadiness does not fail. My guidance is not a far-off whisper, but a gentle leading that settles in the deepest places of your soul. At times, you may search tirelessly for certainty, for signs that you are safe, wanted, and held. Know that my very being surrounds you. Even when your feelings tremble, my promises endure. You may wonder if your burdens are too heavy for my care, or your questions too tangled for my wisdom. Yet I invite you, bring everything to me. I am not intimidated by doubt, nor am I put off by struggle. When you feel unseen, remember that I have watched over you from the beginning, treasuring every detail and counting each hope and tear as precious. There is a sacred rhythm to every day you walk, even those that seem monotonous, fruitless, or lost. I gather each moment, weaving purpose into your story in ways you may not yet perceive. My work in you is not measured by outward victories alone, but by the transformation of your heart, the quiet courage nurtured when you trust me in the small and hidden places. Do not dismiss the ordinary trials. Very often, it is there that I prepare you for more than you imagine. Where others see routine, I cultivate endurance, humility, and a heart tuned to my voice. You have compared your path to others, wondering if you are falling behind, missing out, or overlooked. Set aside the impulse to measure your worth by someone else's pace or visible progress. The story I am writing with your life is uniquely beautiful, asking only your willingness to step forward with an open heart. Even now, as you receive these words, I whisper my delight over who you are becoming. Every perceived gap, every seeming lack, is a space where my presence can be revealed in surprising ways. Nothing I allow in your life is wasted. I am redeeming even disappointments, using what you cannot yet see to bring you nearer to wholeness. When you are worn thin, rest in the truth that my strength is not something you earn or perform for. As a garden drinks the rain, so your life is sustained by my spirit, softly, persistently, without demanding perfection. I do not condemn your weakness. I meet you there with grace that renews and lifts. You are not required to strive endlessly to prove your worth. I have already named you as my own, and my love covers every anxiety and regret. Hear my invitation. Let your striving cease, even if only for a moment. Step into the quiet where my presence speaks. Here there is no need to impress or prove, only the assurance that you are beloved, not for what you achieve, but because you are mine. Though your world is noisy and crowded with distractions, I am the stillness beneath the surface. Always available, always enough. I am not far from you. Let your soul catch its breath with me. Learn that rest is not the absence of responsibility, but the presence of trust. The uncertainty you fear cannot outrun the certainty of my affection. You have not traveled too far for me to find you, nor have you failed so greatly that I cannot restore you. Each new day is an invitation to begin again, to surrender the loads you carry and to receive, fresh as morning dew, the hope I offer. My compass for your journey is true. Even when the way ahead seems hidden, I will not abandon you to confusion or leave you wandering in the wilderness of waiting. Attend to the gentle nudges, the quiet desires that draw you toward goodness and away from shadow. These are not accidental. They mark my leading, evidence that I am active in your life even when answers take time. Allow yourself to hope where you have braced for disappointment. Believe that, with me, clarity need not be complete for you to move forward in faith. You are not called to have it all figured out, only to take the next step, willing to trust my hand. My child, you are not defined by your fears, your wounds, or your failures. What you interpret as limitation, I recognize as the very ground where miracles take root. In your emptiness, I pour fullness. In your questions, I provide wisdom beyond understanding. There is no circumstance I cannot enter, redeem, and bring to life. Much that you carry feels urgent and overwhelming. Remember, my timing is perfect, and my purposes cannot be thwarted by any force or by any mistake. Set down the weight of a future you cannot control, and rest in knowing that I am the author of all your days. You are held not by the strength of your grip, but by the certainty of my promise. Let that assurance quiet the storms in your heart and clear the clamor that crowds your mind. Let me teach you to see yourself through my eyes, wanted, chosen, irreplaceable. Your significance does not hinge on applause or recognition, nor can it be erased by rejection or loss. The truths I speak over you stand fast even as circumstances shift and hopes are reshaped. Take shelter in me and know you are never alone in your questions, your failures, or your fragile hopes. My love will not abandon you midway. It endures beyond detours and remains strong through every season. Where you feel small, overlooked, or forgotten, remember, I rejoice over you with singing and delight in every quiet act of faith and every small surrender you offer. All you need for this moment and the next flows from relationship with me, the one who sees, loves, and shepherds your soul. Let the pressures that crowd your spirit ease as you breathe in the reality of my watchful care. I see the sacrifices you make, the prayers you whisper in secret, and the moments you choose kindness over bitterness. Nothing is overlooked. I am at work beyond your understanding, answering in forms you may not expect, yet always in ways most lovingly suited to your heart's good. The uncertainties that threaten to unravel you are precisely where my certainty becomes visible. In the quiet where you wonder if I am listening, know that I am nearer than your next breath. I hold each longing and every pain, and I am sovereign over every question lingering in the dark. Your journey is not wasted. Each twist and turn leads you closer to the fullness of life I intend for you. Even when your faith feels thin, stretched by disappointment, it is precious to me, a seed which sown in trust will bear fruit beyond your sight. Even now, as you continue to listen, I am working deep in the soil of your heart. I know every root, each hidden stone, every seed buried long ago, whether planted in hope or in fear. There have been moments when you feared you were disqualified from my love because of a harsh word spoken in frustration, a promise broken to yourself, or a shadow that lingered across your mind. Yet I have watched over you, not to condemn, but like a gardener who knows the beauty wrapped inside tight, closed buds. My child, before you took your first breath, I wove your days with tenderness, knowing that growth requires light and water, patience, and at times the very storms you wish would pass you by. In the quiet where you question your worth, I whisper reassurance. I want you as you are, not as you think you must become to deserve grace. I do not stand at a distance weighing your failures against my gift. Everything I give flows from who I am, not from what you do. When regret and what-ifs press in, let my presence settle over your thoughts like gentle rain. Hear me as I wash away the layers of disappointment you have carried. I call you by your name, not by your mistakes. I remind you of my delight, for I see in you the possibility you have learned to doubt. In moments of weakness, when courage falters and you hesitate to ask for more, remember that I am not ashamed of your need. Every plea whispered or spoken draws you nearer to my heart, never farther. I do not tire of lifting you when you stumble. Again and again, I bend to gather the fragments of your hope and fit them together with infinite care. Nothing is too broken for me to mend. No secret is too dark for my light to overcome. Your story, with all its turns and unfinished chapters, is no embarrassment to me. It stands as a testimony to my faithfulness and creative love. If you have fallen short in love, extend forgiveness to yourself, for I have already forgiven you. Release the burdens you drag behind you like heavy chains. My invitation is not to relentless striving, but to the ease of surrender, where every moment, from laughter to tears, from labor to rest, becomes a gift we share. Open your ears to the songs I sing over your life, melodies of hope and restoration. While disappointment and discouragement sometimes drown out the tune, you need only pause and listen. My voice sounds even in the smallest gestures of kindness, in mornings washed with sunlight and in nights wrapped in peace. I am with you in every season, in valley days and on high places, in times of abundance and in times of barrenness. Nothing separates you from my persistent presence. No circumstance lies beyond the reach of my compassion. Do not imagine me indifferent or remote. Every pain that weighs on your shoulders touches my own heart. I draw near to the brokenhearted, and my comfort is never rationed. Linger with me in the simple things, the warmth of an embrace, the smell of fresh rain, the laughter that bubbles up in ordinary hours. Each is a reminder that every good gift flows from my hand and is given for your joy. If you question your purpose or wonder why I have led you on this path, listen. Others may appear to walk with more confidence or shine more brightly, but your journey is uniquely precious to me. No one else can offer the world the fragrance you carry. I formed you for connection, not comparison. Lean into the relationships I have placed around you, recognizing that every encounter holds an opportunity for grace. There is no act of love too small, no kindness forgotten. Everything woven with love is remembered forever in my heart. Where you feel insignificant, I recognize hidden greatness. As you pour yourself out for others, I replenish you, not only with strength for the day, but with deeper wells of joy yet to be discovered. Trust me, especially when life refuses to make sense and the horizon is clouded. Let me anchor you when doubts press in. My promises are not wishful thinking, but living words, as certain as dawn after the longest night. I hold your future. Nothing I permit is random or wasted. I am the author who turns scars into new beginnings, who shapes ashes into crowns of beauty. Though pain is not from my hand, I weave every trial into a tapestry beyond your imagining. Let me carry the pieces you do not understand. I do not ask for flawless faith, but for honest surrender. Bring me your shattered dreams, your unresolved questions, your longing for more. I will not turn you away, for in these raw places we draw closest. Walk with me one step at a time. Release your grip on outcomes and certainty, and rest in my guidance for the next right thing. I do not require grand gestures, only a heart open to love's gentle leading. Today is not too late. Nothing in your story is irretrievably lost. New mercies still rise. Rivers of peace remain set aside for your refreshment. Notice the subtle invitations scattered through your day. A quiet breath, a shared smile, the beauty of simple provision. I am in it all, calling you to awareness and reminding you that you are never alone. Keep your heart before me and allow gratitude to grow even when your circumstances resist it. Gratitude does not deny pain. It declares that I am greater than what troubles you. In every season, your thankfulness becomes an offering that lifts you into the freedom for which you were made. Be gentle with yourself. Learning to live in my love is a journey, not an instant arrival. There is beauty in your unfinishedness, for it keeps you leaning on me. Every step taken in my presence is progress, no matter how small. Move forward with confidence, not in your own strength, but in my unwavering devotion. You will never face anything apart from my steadfast presence beside you. Open your eyes again to how I am moving, even in what seems ordinary or hidden. The story I am telling in you is richer than you know, and the chapter before you holds treasures not yet discovered. There will be moments when the path turns suddenly, and what once felt solid begins to shift beneath your feet. In such times I am neither far nor silent. I am the hand steadying your steps as the ground moves. Your heart, held gently in my keeping, still matters deeply amid the noise and confusion of the world. Do not look away in shame when you stumble. I see every falter, and my first response is compassion. I do not tire of your questions or grow disappointed by your fears. When you feel invisible to others, remember, you are never hidden from my sight. Every tear, every sigh, every faint hope, I am present to it all. Your story is woven with threads of patience and promise that I myself have chosen. Allow me to lift the burdens your shoulders cannot bear alone. The weight of regret, the sting of disappointment, even the quiet ache of longing. Bring these to me, for I have already carried their heaviness to redeem it into something radiant. When striving feels futile, remember that my love is not earned by your performance, nor lost in your failure. I have chosen you not for what you have accomplished, but for who you are to me. Refuse to rush through your days seeking worth. The world is slow to give. Pause and hear me whisper your value, rooted in my affection. You long for security, for a peace untouched by changing circumstances. True peace does not come from perfect conditions. It springs from trust in me. A peace sturdy when hope is fragile, gentle when life is harsh. I am teaching you not only to endure but to flourish, planting resilience where once there was only resignation. Each trial, however painful, is not punishment but preparation. I stretch your faith so it may blossom beyond your imagination. The doubts that crowd your thoughts are not obstacles to me. They are invitations to lean closer. When you are tempted to withdraw and shield yourself from disappointment, remember that I am steadfast, never turning my face from you. Even in the quiet, when answers come slowly, I am working in depths hidden from your sight, sowing hope where you least expect it. My care reaches beyond the surface of your circumstances. I see every unspoken prayer, every sleepless night, every bud of hope you dare to nurture. My grace is not a distant idea, but an active presence, renewing and restoring what feels worn thin. If you will welcome me, I will gather all that feels fractured and reshape it into beauty. Strength that stays tender, purpose discovered within pain, and light reaching places the world cannot touch. The road I invite you onto is not mere endurance. It is transformation. Let me teach you to see yourself as I do, a dearly loved child, chosen for joy, appointed for fruitfulness even in seasons that appear barren. As you open your heart to my way of seeing, you will begin to notice the fingerprints of my goodness in places you once overlooked and in moments you thought were empty. I am with you in your laughter and in your lament, in the most ordinary minutes and in the most extraordinary moments, present in every breath you draw. Gentle correction is the sure sign of my unfailing love. When I press upon your conscience, it is never to condemn, but to restore. I desire your wholeness, not only outward compliance, but deep inner freedom. When you sense my nudge, do not fear releasing the habits, attitudes, or patterns that have held you back. In my eyes, surrender is not defeat. Surrender opens a doorway into greater strength. Each time you choose me over your old ways, you take part in a miracle. I shape a new life within you that death cannot touch. My guidance is not harsh. It is the voice calling you back when you wander and the embrace that welcomes you home when you return. No chapter of your story disqualifies you from my love, or removes you from my purpose. I am the one who brings dead things to life, who turns shame into honor and ashes into beauty. If it is hard for you to trust again, I understand. Trust is formed in small moments, one act of faith at a time, a steady rhythm of opening your heart despite uncertainty. Even your smallest step in my direction delights my heart. I notice your effort and your willingness to try again, and I cherish your courage. Your wounds are neither invisible nor ignored. I gather your broken fragments as priceless treasure and tenderly make all things new. When your hands feel empty and your heart feels tired, remember you do not have to carry the journey alone. Invite me into the rooms where you hide your private doubts, your secret weaknesses, and your silent prayers. I am not impatient with you. My patience is as vast as the ocean, always inviting, always welcoming. You may move slowly, but I celebrate every step you take, because every step is sacred when it is taken with me. You have wondered whether you are truly seen, whether anyone notices the depth of your need. I assure you that I see, and my compassion is stirred. I will not leave you stranded in the dark. My light searches for you, not because you have proven yourself, but because you are mine. Let my words wash over you, bringing hope to your heart and strength to your spirit. My favor toward you is not fragile. It will not vanish with your moods or your mistakes. When everything else is transient, I remain steady and sure. My purpose for you is not threatened by setbacks, and it is not derailed by detours. The story I am writing in your life still pulses with promise. With every morning, know that mercies have been prepared specifically for you. Fresh strength, wisdom for today, and courage for the unknown. If you are surrounded by voices that tear down, cling all the more tightly to my voice, which builds and restores. I am weaving a tapestry from your days. Each thread is important and intentional, and nothing is wasted in my creative hands. Where others see failure or futility, I see foundation stones for your future. When you draw near, even in weakness, you discover that my nearness is your greatest good. A steadying presence when everything else shifts. There are treasures of love I long to pour into your heart. Patience when you are tempted to rush ahead, gentleness when you feel rough-edged, and joy that outlasts sorrow. Do not measure your progress by the standards of those around you. I know your starting point, the path you have already walked, and the secret battles you have fought in silence. My delight in you is not anchored to flawless performance. It rests upon your open heart. Stay open to what I am teaching you, because every moment, pleasant or painful, holds a lesson carefully fitted to your destiny and the person you are becoming. You are not alone in longing for change or in wanting things to make sense. Let me meet you inside your confusion and breathe understanding where you have had only questions. This season will not last forever, but the fruit it produces in you will endure. Hold on to hope, not because circumstances guarantee a positive outcome, but because my character is unchanging and faithful. Your faith, even when it is as small as a seed, is precious to me. I nurture growth that begins in quiet surrender. When it seems as though you are making no progress, trust that my spirit is working beneath the surface, coaxing new life from the dormant soil of your heart. This is the miracle I offer, to take what you bring, even when it feels broken, and transform it into something breathtaking in its time. My invitation remains constant each day. Draw near, listen, and rest in me. Here you will find the strength you seek and the love you crave. I am never out of reach, never short on patience, and never lacking in love for you. Allow your heart to be taught by my gentleness. Let your courage be renewed by my nearness. I have brought you to this moment not by accident, but by design. so that you may know the fullness of my heart and the faithfulness of my promises, steady realities that do not fail when feelings fade. You have walked through many days when your heart questioned, when the answers felt far away, when it seemed I might not be near. But I have been with you in every moment. Even now, as you consider the challenges you have faced and the strength you fear you lack, know that I am intimately acquainted with every detail of your life. I have seen you press on in faith, even when your feelings did not match your actions. I treasure each effort you make to reach for hope in the shadowed places, each decision to offer kindness, each longing to live according to the light I have set within you. I am attentive, always near, and never distracted. My gaze does not waver from the story I am writing with you. I do not grow weary of your questions or lose patience with your journey. Instead, I delight in each step you take toward me, no matter how faltering those steps may seem to you. Do not let the disappointment you sometimes feel persuade you to turn back. Allow disappointment to become the soil where I plant new faith. The stones that make your steps uneven are not placed there to trip you. They train your feet to search for the steadiness I provide. I am forming resilience in you, not by keeping every obstacle away, but by working with you to overcome them, building strength that endures. When your plans are interrupted or your hopes appear delayed, I am not absent. These are not wasted hours or fruitless paths. They are opportunities to perceive my grace in ways you would not have chosen for yourself. I see the wrestle beneath your silence, the longings hidden from others, and I do not judge you for them. Instead, I wait beside you, offering my shoulder when the burden feels unspeakable. It takes courage to believe in promises you cannot yet see. Know this, in the places where you feel most fragile, my presence grows most tangible when you welcome me there. Invite me into your uncertainty, your doubt, and your confusion. Whisper your fears, even when words catch in your throat. I am not seeking polished language from you. I am seeking a willing heart that reaches out and says, "Help me," when walking alone has left you weary. I will not shame you for weakness. There, in that very weakness, I can be your strength most completely. The world often insists that strength equals self-sufficiency. With me, real strength is born in humble dependence, the quiet turning of your gaze from your limits to my limitless compassion. Each time you persevere, each moment you choose faithfulness over convenience, you cultivate a life that honors who you are and who I am within you. Release the idea that progress requires grand gestures or public triumphs. I delight in the unnoticed acts, the patient listening, the quiet forgiveness, the prayers offered in the night when sleep will not come. These are priceless to me, expressions of a heart tuned to my spirit and open to something greater than itself. I use what is small and humble to confound the wisdom of the world. I do not demand your perfection. I welcome your participation. When anxiety tries to take hold, let it remind you, not of failure, but of your deep need for me. Return, and you will find rest. Rest will make you whole and ready for what comes next. My child, you are not disqualified by uncertainty, missteps, or failures. The corners you hide from me are the very places I long to redeem. Bring me your questions, your frustration, and even your anger. I am strong enough to bear every burden you surrender, and gentle enough to soothe wounds you struggle to name. When you feel overlooked or forgotten, remember, I see you with unshakable love. My care does not rise and fall with your moods, efforts, or feelings of worthiness. I am constant, steadfast like a river that never ceases its course. In loneliness, I remain the presence that will not leave. When others cannot grasp your pain, I offer understanding deeper than words. When you long to be heard and truly known, rest in the truth that I know you inside and out, and call you precious. The identity I give does not rely on what you produce or achieve, but on the simple fact that you are mine. Do not believe the lie that your life is insignificant. I have planted unique seeds within you, gifts repeated in no one else. The dreams that linger in your heart, whether spoken or silent, matter to me. I know the appointed seasons for each seed to break open and grow. Trust my timing. Sink your roots deep into the soil of my faithfulness. Storms will come and winds will blow, yet I will hold you firm where growth seems slow or imperceptible. I am cultivating a strength designed to last, not only for today, but for all your tomorrows. Shape your life not by comparison, but by communion with me. Other paths may look easier or more blessed, but you see only their surface. I alone know the stories beneath their smiles, the hidden battles and the nights of pleading for help. Trust that what I give you is crafted for your journey. Measure your worth not by shifting standards, but by my voice that names you chosen, cherished, and called to purpose. Let these words awaken not self-condemnation, but a new confidence anchored not in your capacity, but in my sufficiency. I can supply everything you need, moment by moment, day by day. Where you lack wisdom, ask, and I will give generously. Where patience runs thin, I am patient with you. Where you seek freedom, it is my pleasure to unravel every chain and lead you into wide spaces of peace. Trust me anew today, knowing I am already at work ahead of you with more grace than you can imagine. There are moments in every journey when shadows weigh heavier and silence feels deeper. This is not because I have turned away, it is because I am inviting you into deeper trust. I know the questions whirling through your mind, the hidden anxieties and the worries that rise when life feels unpredictable. Nothing escapes my notice. Your sleepless nights, your uncertain steps, and the places where doubt tries to root itself. My loving gaze does not leave you. I am not impatient with your process. I honor your growth even when you feel frail. Each question, each longing, is an invitation to come closer and let me be your assurance. Your honest conversation delights me. My presence remains steady, whether you sense it or not, holding you together with care that does not grow weary. Let your soul breathe in my kindness and recognize how precious your journey is to me. You are not called to walk alone through a world that can be harsh and confusing. When the world's noise tries to drown out my gentle voice, remember, I know your name, your hopes, and the history of every scar. The storms you endure are not wasted. I do not avoid pain or pretend it isn't there. I move into it with you, carrying you when your strength fails. My promise is not to shield you from every challenge, but to transform you within them. My light is not fragile. It cannot be snuffed out by the darkness you see or feel. Every tear you have cried, I have counted. Every silent plea has reached me, even those without words. I am here to mend what feels broken and to speak life where you sense only endings. Sometimes my answer arrives with the surprise of miracles and sudden change. Other times it comes softly, the comfort that settles without warning, the courage that appears in small daily choices, the hope that persists when nothing seems to make sense. You matter to me, not for what you achieve, but because you are mine. Nothing about you is unknown or unlovable to me. My mercy runs deeper than your deepest regret and broader than your greatest fear. I see your strengths and your struggles, the victories you celebrate and the battles you fight in secret. None of these exclude you from my affection. Lift your eyes again, even if only for a heartbeat. Meet me in the very place where you feel weakest or least worthy. Restoration is not a distant event. It unfolds as you open your heart to me. Do not shrink back from bringing me your confusion or your messiness. I see it already, and my response is compassion and welcome. I do not despise your frailty. Your honesty becomes the soil where trust and intimacy grow. Come as you are, not as you imagine you should be. Come weary, come hopeful, come doubting or fiercely believing. Just come. My ways are not limited by your shortcomings or your past disappointments. Your story is not trapped at a dead end. I am weaving beauty from what you believed was lost forever. The waiting spaces in your heart are not punishments. They are fertile ground for new trust, new vision, and new beginnings. Every day brings fresh mercy. Each sunrise invites you to start again, unburdened by yesterday's failures and unafraid of tomorrow's anxieties. I am the anchor holding you steady, the quiet song beneath your chaos, the love that sits beside you in every moment. Lean into me and discover that I am enough. When others overlook you, remember you are seen and celebrated by me. When voices around you speak fear or condemnation, let my voice rise as your song of freedom. I do not measure you by standards that break or shift. My love is the true measure, and it does not change. In my eyes, success is not never stumbling. Success is letting me lift you each time you return. True strength is found in surrender, placing what is too heavy for you into my hands. Breathe deeply and notice my nearness. My spirit is at work within you, empowering even the smallest step of faith. Do not dismiss the significance of simple obedience in ordinary moments. Every act of kindness, each choice to forgive, every refusal to surrender to despair matters. I see the care you offer others, the prayers whispered in secret, the dreams you place in my keeping. You are never too far, never too broken, never too late to encounter my redeeming touch. Even now, as you listen and let my words sink into your heart, transformation is unfolding. Anchor your hope not in shifting circumstances, but in me, the one who knows the end from the beginning. What you cannot yet see, I see with clarity. What feels uncertain to you rests under my sovereignty. Let my peace still the noise of what-ifs and if-onlys. I am not finished with your story. It continues, sentence by sentence, day by day, with my goodness at its center. Choose to trust me with chapters you do not yet understand. I will not forsake you, even when others fade. I delight in you, not because you are flawless, but because you are cherished beyond comprehension. My forgiveness is not doled out sparingly. It overflows, washing away everything that would keep you distant. Receive my grace, freely given and unconditional, and rest in this reality. Nothing and no one can separate you from my love. Your life is no accident. Your presence is not overlooked, and your struggles are not ignored. Let your heart grow quiet and listen for my affirmation, not the fleeting applause of a moment, but the deep assurance that you are wanted, chosen, and significant to me. My affirmation silences shame and calls forth your true, God-given identity. I speak purpose into places where you fear you have none, and I nurture hope where you stopped expecting change. Surrender the need to be perfect, and allow me to perfect you through my love. You are both wonder and work in progress. I am patient as you become who I made you to be, shaping you gently with wisdom and compassion. Resist the urge to rush what needs time to grow. Trust that I am never late, never indifferent, and never absent from the smallest details of your life. My presence is your assurance in fire and in water, in grief and in joy, in uncertainty and in hope. Walk on, knowing every step is held by my hand. When you tremble, I am the strength beneath you. When you rejoice, I sing over you. When you sink, I lift your head. In your deepest need, you meet my greatest supply. There are moments when you stand in the in-between, where the old patterns of fear feel so familiar you almost mistake them for safety. Yet your soul aches for more, and you have begun to notice my quiet invitations. The subtle tug to release an anxious thought a little sooner. The gentle nudge to reach out when pride says withdraw. the soft warmth of hope, even as doubts swirl. These are not coincidences or passing moods. They are the fingerprints of my spirit, shaping your willingness to be both courageous and vulnerable. Growth is not always triumphant or loud. Often it is the simple act of pausing, breathing, and turning your heart toward me when everything feels weary. Remember, I am not a distant scorekeeper tallying victories and failures. I share each sigh, each tear, each spark of faith that survives the shadows. My presence is woven into the ordinary details, your routines and thoughts, your longings and choices, even the moments you scarcely notice. As the ground shifts beneath you, I teach you to find stability in me. The deepest roots do not shout above the soil, yet they are the lifeline in storms. My nurture often arrives quietly, through fresh understanding, or through loving correction that sets you straight again. I am forming within you the capacity to forgive yourself and others, not by denying wounds, but by holding and healing what you cannot mend alone. Own your whole journey, for I have already claimed you in fullness of love. Do not avoid the uncomfortable questions or flee the unfinished places in your heart. These are doorways to deeper relationship. Meet me there unguarded, and I will give you both strength and rest. When you stumble, my hands do not withdraw. They reach further to uphold you. My patience is inexhaustible, not reluctant tolerance, but the kind love that delights in even faltering steps toward wholeness. Beyond what you tell others, you know the hidden battles you face each day. I am intimately present in those silent struggles. Your worth does not hinge on visible triumphs. I delight most in the quiet yes, the decision to trust when evidence runs thin, the choice to listen past the surface noise, the courage to pursue peace where discord once ruled. These are treasures in my kingdom, more precious than any outward achievement. So shape the rhythm of your days with intention. Invite me into your conversations, your tasks, your solitude. You will discover that I have already prepared refreshment along wilderness paths. There is manna in your mornings and hidden wellsprings in midday heat, gifts uncovered by patient trust. Let new expectation fill your chest. When old disappointments try to harden your heart, remember, I am not constrained by your past. I am the maker of new seasons and fresh mercies, able to reshape the landscape with a word. Let gratitude be your anchor. Give thanks for the small evidences of my faithfulness, the unexplainable peace, the right word from a friend, the sudden clarity in confusion, the strength to forgive. Each is a signpost that you are not alone on this road. Release the impulse to compare your path with another's. I crafted you for a distinct purpose, with trials and victories designed for your restoration and the encouragement of many. When you feel unseen or misunderstood, rest in the truth that I see the whole of you. Nothing about your heart is hidden. Laughter and pain, frustration and yearning are all known and cherished. I am attuned to you in ways no human can be. So when loneliness creeps in, let it drive you into my embrace rather than toward isolation. My presence brings companionship and understanding deeper than words. I have called you by name and written a story of hope over your life that nothing can erase. Lean into this truth when your feelings disagree. Often, faith grows when you act on what I have spoken before you feel it. There, my joy finds fertile ground. Keep learning the language of my love, which speaks through unspoken kindness, moments of compassion, and the willingness to listen. Let your life testify to my renewing power. Others may not notice the quiet transformation within you, but every step of love reshapes the world near you. Hold to the assurance that your progress matters, regardless of pace. Practice celebrating small steps. They are not trivial, they accumulate, building a legacy of resilience and beauty. Even the tiniest acts of faithfulness, enduring when quitting seems easier. May, choosing truth over comfort, serving when your strength is thin, are seeds of breakthroughs not yet seen. Cling to hope. Let it become the lens through which you watch my work unfold. Break free from the tyranny of hopeless predictions, even those voiced by authority figures or by your own doubt. I am not finished with you. I am not discouraged by slow progress or overwhelmed by your circumstances. I see the end from the beginning and walk patiently at your pace. Learn to marvel at resurrection. With me, dead places live again. Refuse resignation to cycles of defeat. Expect my presence to do a new thing, even when the surface looks unchanged. Your prayers, whispered or wordless, are precious to me. Each one received and answered with wisdom beyond your understanding. Surrender the pressure to manufacture outcomes by your own power. Let trust be your posture and obedience your compass. There will be days when the only clarity you have is light for the next step. Do not be unsettled. I guide the willing heart gently and faithfully, often revealing my plans as you move rather than all at once. Rest in the certainty of my good intentions toward you, believing that every delay carries the possibility of growth and preparation. As you release the need to control, you will find yourself freer to experience joy even amid uncertainty. Waiting, practiced well, bears a sweeter fruit, the kind that lasts and truly satisfies. Make a habit of coming to me with every burden, no matter how small or repetitive, and learn the relief of true companionship with your Creator. My delight is not in your striving or perfection, but in your nearness and responsiveness to my voice. Your questions and disappointments are safe with me. Nothing is wasted. Everything can be gathered into my redemption. Choose to see yourself as I see you, called, cherished, equipped for every good work. Watch me transform your very weaknesses into channels of grace. And trust this, even as you continue to wrestle, my loving hands will not let you go. Rest in the assurance that I have counted every tear shed in secret, noticed every silent ache, and held every longing for restoration and peace. You have wondered whether I saw those nights when you felt unseen and unheard, when your cry rose into the dark with no answer you could discern. Hear me now. I am the one who neither slumbers nor sleeps, who keeps loving watch over your soul and misses nothing. When your pain isolated you, my presence pressed closer than your very heartbeat, my hand steadying you, though you did not realize it. We have walked valleys and desolate stretches that seemed endless, yet you were never alone. I carried you through steps you thought impossible, bearing burdens you could not give voice to. No season of darkness has been wasted. It has driven unseen roots of faith deep into your spirit, preparing you for the blossoms I will bring forth in due time. Do not misunderstand me. I call you higher, not only to comfort, but to transformation. I am not satisfied that you merely endure when I have designed you to flourish. Refuse to grow comfortable in hardship or to define yourself by anxiety or pain. You are not captive to your past or confined by your circumstances. Lift your gaze from the dust and meet my eyes. Can you see the flame I have kindled within you? The winds may howl, but they cannot extinguish what I have set ablaze. Stir your courage again, for I walk with you and go before you, opening paths where none seemed possible. My strength is perfected in your weakness. Come to me for what you feel you lack. Lay down the pride that demands self-sufficiency and draw near in humility for everything you need. I long for a relationship with you that is more than requests and replies. I desire your trust and your affection, the ordinary moments when you simply enjoy my presence without urgency. Faith is tempered in crisis, but nourished in daily devotion. Gratitude offered in little things. Surrender expressed in quiet choices. When morning breaks, invite me into your details. When evening settles, let me quiet your mind with a peace that outlasts worry. Speak your hopes, your fears, and your hidden dreams. Listen as I answer in gentle promptings, in my living word, and in the love that finds you through others. If doubt has shadowed your heart, do not shrink back in shame. I know every question you've dared to ask and every uncertainty that has visited your nights. My love is not threatened by your honesty. I rejoice when you bring your whole self to me. Faith is not pretending strength. It is placing your frailty in my hands and trusting that I will hold you together. When you stumble, remember, failure is not your finish line. It is an opening to discover how deep my grace flows and how willingly I lift you. Guilt and condemnation are not my voice. My correction is firm yet gentle. It restores rather than crushes. Receive my forgiveness and step forward in freedom. Let the record of wrongs be overwritten by the sacrifice made on your behalf. I delight in your pursuit of me, even when imperfect. Do not compare your spiritual journey to anyone else's. I lead each child by a path and pace that shape the heart most beautifully. Growth often feels slow, like seeds cracking open beneath the soil where no eye sees. Trust the process. Hiddenness does not mean abandonment. It is where strength is formed to bear fruit that lasts. Keep tending your relationship with me, drawing water from my promises, soaking in my love until your roots hold fast through every storm. There will be times when I call you beyond the familiar. Do not fear the unknown. I am already there. If the whole way is not visible, walk in the light I give for today. Each act of obedience, each small yes to my leading, lays down a trail of faith that will widen into a highway of blessing. Sometimes I will ask you to release what once comforted you in order to receive what is greater. Trust my heart when I ask you to let go, even before you understand. My ways are higher, and my plans are good beyond what you can imagine. When the world grows loud and fear and division press in, hear my invitation to quiet. I call you beside still waters, into the calm where you learn the music of my delight over you. I am not a distant or distracted God. My attention rests on you. Breathe deeply of my peace. Let my spirit renew your mind. In the hush, you will discern my guidance more clearly. Receive wisdom not of this age and uncover strength you did not know you carried. Do not spend your days on worries that cannot serve you. Invest instead in hope and in acts of love. Notice the hurting ones nearby. As you pour out my compassion, your own wounds find healing. In my kingdom, to give is to receive, to trust is to rise, and to surrender is to find true security. Allow my love to alter the atmosphere of your heart. Where anxious striving once ruled, let gratitude and peace take residence. Speak words of life over yourself and others, acknowledging the power I have entrusted to your voice. You are my ambassador, and in ordinary moments you shine with light that disperses darkness. If weariness overtakes you, return and rest in me. I will always welcome you with open arms, never scolding your weakness, always rejoicing in your courage to come back. My mercy dawns new every morning. No exhaustion, no mistake, rises beyond the reach of my grace. Fix your eyes on my faithfulness. I have never failed you, and I will not begin now. Each day arrives as a fresh canvas for new beginnings. I delight to watch you walk in growing freedom, confidence, and joy, not only for your sake, but as a testimony of my power to redeem, restore, and make all things new. When a deep quiet settles after your heart has truly stilled before me, you will sense a fullness, a reservoir of peace, not fragile like surface water, not easily burned away by the heat of circumstance. This deeper well I have carved in your spirit as you welcomed me into struggles, questions, and longings. My promise remains unshakable. I will not abandon you, nor will I tire of your return, whether heavy with weariness or light with joy. Remember, even when you faltered, I remain steady. My affection is not fixed on your perfection or performance. Your success or failure does not determine my embrace. You belong to me because I have chosen you, and my covenant is more enduring than the seasons, more solid than bedrock beneath your feet. Sometimes you measure your worth by partial outcomes and unfinished efforts. I look past your anxieties to the tapestry I am weaving. Where you see loose threads, I see a whole, every permitted pain and bestowed joy integrated into a design of unspeakable beauty. You were never meant to carry your burdens alone. I do not ask you to muster all strength or clarity on your own. Surrender the drive to control every outcome, and trust that what rests in my hands is always safer than whatever you grip in uncertainty. Let exhaustion become an opening for my renewal. Let the ache for more become a holy hunger, drawing you continually into my presence. There is no shadow too thick, no valley too deep for my love to reach. When fear or shame presses down, they are not barriers that repel me. They are places that draw me quickly with compassion. I delight to surprise you with kindness, lifting your face where you expected disappointment. The transformation you desire is not beyond reach, nor reserved for others while withheld from you. My restoring power does not require you to untangle every problem or uproot every weakness first. Precisely in vulnerability, my grace shines brightest, turning your wounds into witnesses of hope for others. As you take the next steps, refuse to be defined by regret or paralyzed by what you cannot yet see. I am making all things new, not erasing the past, but redeeming it until scars become soil for future blossoms. Lift your eyes from the ground already traveled. Ahead lies unexpected mercy and provision. Even if your progress feels halting or your direction uncertain, trust that I am attending to every detail with care. Your life story carries meaning, even through turns you did not anticipate. Let grateful laughter mingle with tears. I celebrate every expression of life you offer. The quiet choice for gentleness when anger beckons, the forgiveness you extend when bitterness would be easier, the rising again after disappointment. I see the courage it takes to keep loving and risking when hope feels fragile. You are not alone. I surround you with support, hidden intercessions and providence beyond your awareness. Hold fast to the certainty that my ways are higher than yours and my timing is perfect, even when slow. Lay down the demand for immediate answers. Allow patience to do its work, forming a quiet strength and deeper trust within you. In delays, I develop the character and vision needed for the blessings I am preparing. Do not confuse apparent silence with absence. Even when I seem quiet, I am attentive, ordering details you cannot yet perceive, shielding you from unseen harm, preparing good gifts for their appointed hour. As you breathe in this moment, know I am closer than your next heartbeat. Open your hands to receive what cannot be earned, my presence. Let it impart courage, reorder your priorities, and free you from burdens you were never meant to carry alone. Learn to delight in me, not only for what I give, but for who I am. As you come to know my heart more deeply, your love will grow fearless, breaking through the walls of self-protection into generous, self-giving compassion. I am inviting you to step forward in faith, not because you feel no fear, but because you trust that I go before you and stand with you in every uncertainty. Let your life ring with the quiet confidence of one who is beloved, entrusted, and guided at every turn. When doubt whispers that you are overlooked or unworthy, remember the truth. I have named you my own, and I rejoice to see you flourish. Your path will not be free of hardship, yet you walk it with the one who has overcome every trial and whose embrace is everlasting. Welcome correction as a gift of love, and read in every challenge a sign that I am not finished with you. There is more healing, more freedom, and more joy available than you have dared to imagine. Lift your voice in honest prayer, not hiding your needs, but carrying them openly to me. Pour out your fears and your dreams, then listen for my gentle replies. I do not grow weary of your prayers, nor am I put off by your need. With every conversation, your heart is shaped to align more closely with my purposes. Take delight in knowing that nothing in your life is wasted. Each season, even those you would never have chosen, holds meaning in my hands. Beloved, do not hurry from this moment. What I began in you today, I will continue tomorrow, if you will return. Come back here and meet me again in this quiet place. Bring the burden you named, and I will trade it for my peace day by day. Seal this in your heart. Type your prayer below. I lay down and receive and read the prayers of others with compassion. Save this message so you can return when the night is loud. Subscribe and set your heart to be here for the next word. I am already preparing it for you. Share this with the one you thought of while listening. I am after their heart too. Do not drift. Come back tomorrow and again after that. In this very channel, I will meet you with fresh mercy and the next small step. Stay near and you will see what I make new. Go now with my peace and return. Amen.